You cannot make this mistake when you are preparing to produce your project. Do you want to know what it is? My name is James Pacitti, and I have been an entertainment attorney and production counsel for over 15 years, so I answer questions like this all the time. The biggest mistake producers make when producing a TV or film project is, quite frankly, not hiring an attorney from the outset of the project. There are a litany of very complicated legal issues throughout the entire process of the development, finance, production, and distribution of any television or film project. If producers try to create agreements on their own, or download them from the internet, or recycle agreements from prior productions, there are going to be problems because every production is different and the legal issues, as similar as they may appear to be, are different as well. Over the years, producers have approached us on numerous occasions during some phase of production, hoping that we can solve an issue that has arose during the course of the production of the project. The problem usually is that producers did not have an attorney from the outset. So there are problems that emerge with an operating agreement for the production entity, rights to the underlying literary material or script, or some type of issue with the financing. The problem is that these issues are much more complicated and expensive to resolve after they have occurred. It is much less complicated and much less expensive to address issues before they happen than to try and fix a problem after it's occurred. One example that happened is that a production came to us after they had written a script amongst the producers, they had raised their financing, and they had produced the entire film and actually had a distribution deal. The issue came up with the distributor, who noticed that this project was based upon a true story. When they asked the producers about that, they said that it was based upon a true story. The errors and omissions insurer then advised that they would need the producers to annotate their script and obtain a letter from an attorney advising that there were no legal issues. The problem became, as we explored this, is that the production needed to get a life story rights agreement and releases from the person upon which it was based, which they did not, because having failed to retain an attorney at the beginning, they didn't think they needed these rights and went through the entire course of production and had even secured a distribution deal when they found out they could no longer proceed with the production and distribution deal. When they realized after speaking to us that they needed to secure the life rights from the person upon whom the story was based upon, they found themselves in a much more difficult situation. The entire production and the financier's money and their ability to distribute it was completely contingent upon being able to negotiate an agreement with this person. And that became much more expensive and much more complicated because of the circumstance the producers put themselves in instead of handling it from the beginning, which would have occurred if they had a production attorney involved from the outset. If you want to know more about this, or you have any other entertainment law or production legal questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. We'll be happy to provide you with more information.